some of the projects we're working on, including opt-in metrics, contract account support, light client developments, multi-network integration, and layer 2 scaling research plans. First up is Metamask. Metamask is getting smarter. We've gotten feedback from developers about the pain points in Metamask's onboarding, so we know we can do better. But with over 1 million installs, how do we cater to users who aren't opening GitHub issues? How do we run an operation without overwhelming our support team? And how do we understand our users better while being committed to privacy? We're building reporting in the UI for user acquisition, activity, and retention, which will be opt-in and off by default. We will not collect any personally identifiable information, addresses, keys, transactions, or balances. We think this work will help us build better tools for our users, which is what we love to do. Next up is contract accounts. I'm currently working on providing support for contracts as accounts in Metamask, starting with the Gnosis safe. You're probably familiar with the original Gnosis multisig. The safe is an evolution of that project with cheaper setup, transaction costs, and extensible modules. You can learn more about the safe at other talks from the Gnosis team today and Friday during DEF CON. I'm really excited to be building alongside the next generation of tools which will allow for features such as social recovery, key allowances, state channels, multi-factor auth, and batch transactions. This is really only the beginning, and eventually we're planning on supporting generic identity accounts with similar to the pattern described in EIP 747 that Bobby mentioned. Lusticala. Metamask is decentralizing. Metamask Labs is working on a project in our R&D department called Metamask Labs, and the project is called Lusticala, which is a native browser P2P light client to decrease our reliance on centralized infrastructure. Frankie and Dima from Metamask Labs will be presenting Lusticala on November 2nd at 2:30 on the Prism side stage, and we encourage you to attend this talk if you're curious to learn more about their amazing progress and what it takes to build a browser-first light client. I've watched their talk a few times, I promise it's really good. Next up is multi-network integration. Metamask is spreading. Thanks to community input, Metamask is moving to support multiple ETH-compatible blockchains, and this is only the beginning. Our end goal is for allow Metamask to allow users to simultaneously connect to their own sets of networks, and to allow developers to suggest new networks to the user. And next up, we have our layer 2 scaling research plans. Metamask is scaling. Dr. Vincent Eli has recently begun work on a research project in Metamask to assess how to best support and integrate various layer 2 apps and protocols. The aim is to be agnostic to implementation while providing a complete and secure integration into the Metamask user experience. The project is exploring 2 main paths. First, full integration and operation of payment channels for instant ERC20 payments. And second, a more general specification that will allow devs to create layer 2 apps that can be integrated into Metamask. So thank you for having me, and now here's Bruno with one more thing.
Hello everyone, my name is Bruno. I'm also a developer at Metamask, and I'm very excited to be here, not just because DEF CON, which is awesome, but also because I have very exciting news for you. First of all, let me give you guys some context. As you know, Metamask is one of the oldest and most popular Ethereum wallets. It was launched in 2015, created by Aaron Davis, also known as Mavis, along with Dan Finlay, and we passed 1 million users. Since then, we learned a lot about what it takes to create a digital wallet in this fast-changing space where it's constantly evolving. But there is one thing that didn't change, and we are still a browser extension. So that means that we're somehow restricted by the browser APIs. So we started thinking about our future, and the first question was like, do we want to be just a wallet? So we decided that that's not the right thing. I mean, we want to be a bridge to the decentralized web. So this is why we decided to create our mobile apps. So let's talk about the challenges. First of all, we are aware that we're late to the game. There are other mobile wallets in the space that they are somehow similar. They're pretty cool, but similar. We also know that onboarding is still a problem. There is a lot of friction there, especially for new users. We know that because we want to help the space grow, we need to let new users explore the ecosystem of the apps. But at the same time, we have like a big user base, so we need to make sure that there is an easy onboarding process for you guys. So when I said that there is a lot of problem with UX friction, just imagine your Uncle Harold reading any of this. Here's your 12 words mnemonic. Social, problem, amazing, can, fall, supreme, enemy, paper, amateur, picture, assist, wink. You need to back up your seed phrase. Make sure you don't lose your private key. Here is your public key. Like, what? This is bad, and we gotta fix it. So, this is where our UX research team came to rescue. Our lead product designer, Christian Giria, along with Melissa Short, they have been working really hard over the past few months, talking to users, gathering feedback, trying different prototypes to see how they feel, and we finally end up finding a flow that works pretty good. Our users like it, and we like it too. So we are very happy about that. And let me show you how it looks. So if you see on the first screen, that's like our home screen for the app, and we have two options. The first one is Start Exploring Now, which is what new users should use, and then Import a Wallet for existing users. There is only one thing that needs to happen for new users. They need to tap that, and then they should be able to access the entire, all the apps that are available there. And then after that, they should be able to start using that app, and that's it. So we're going to handle all the creation of the Ethereum accounts and all the here stuff in the background. And just let's think about CryptoKitties, for example. For CryptoKitties, you just like go to the app, and then you can sign up by signing a message. You don't need Ether for that. Once you're in, you are able to start browsing the different collectibles, right? And you might even find one that you like. So now you have motivation to actually pass to the next stage, which is add funds to your wallet. So at that time, we're going to ask you to create a password, and the security of your account, it will increase as long as your account starts holding more value. But it doesn't make sense to make you deal with all this stuff before you are able to see what's going on inside the DApp ecosystem. So we really hope that this new flow is going to help bring more people to space and not try to scare them with all the stuff that I mentioned earlier. But what about existing users? You guys might be wondering what the experience is going to look for you. I show you some mock-ups about what we did for new users, but I'm going to show you what we built for you. So as you can see on the right, you have the Metamask extension. On the left, you have the new mobile app. I'm going to show you what happens when you tap on Import a Wallet. So you got the instructions there. Is open the extension, go to Settings, click on Sync with Mobile, and then you scan the QR code. Enter your password first, generates a QR code, and now you scan the QR code. Right now, the syncing is happening. The app is parsing all your account information, and after a few seconds, boom, you're all set. That's it. If you look now, you have your same account on the extension and on the app. You will also see what happens to the transactions. We are importing your entire transaction history to your phone, and also not just the transactions, but also all the information related to the transaction, like cash, gas usage, and all that stuff. So you have your account, your balance, your transactions, but what happens when you have more than one account? So now you will see on the mobile app that we are also exporting all your accounts. If you compare the accounts on the mobile app with the accounts on the extension, they are the same, they have the same names. So basically, we're porting your entire desktop experience into your phone in about 15 seconds. just to recap, this is the kind of like flow that we're going for. New users, they go straight to the app. Existing users, you can import your wallet using your seed phrase, or you can use the model sync feature that I just showed you. One important thing, if you look at how the diagram looks like, you have the wallet as a side thing, right? It's an important module of the app, it's necessary, but we want to have we want to make the core of the app the browser experience. So that's something to think about when you compare it with the existing options that you have. One last thing I want to show you. Do you guys remember I said we want to be, we just don't want to be a wallet, but we want to be a bridge to the decentralized web? So this feature that I'm going to show you, it's all about that. In my opinion, it's a very important step towards a more decentralized web. So let's check it out. If you see, that's a website I'm loading on the Metamask mobile app, but actually that's not a normal website. If you look at the URL, you will see that it ends on .eth. Okay? That's because it's an ENS name from the Ethereum name service, which is really cool. But what happens with the hosting? This is not like a normal website that's hosting a regular web server. I think you guys heard about IPFS before, right? So this is where this website is living right now. It's free and decentralized. So if you're still confused about what's going on, let me explain you. We're basically supporting, allowing you to browse IPFS host websites through ENS names. So for example, the name that you see there is result to the IPFS content ID that's below, which is also known as the IPFS hash. And before that, you were able to access that same content using the IPFS gateway URL. If you look at the first link, you will see it says IPFS.io/IPFS, and then there is an IPFS hash and the file name. If you tap there now, you will see there is a file there, okay, with the old file URL. Now, you're going to see that if I tap on the second link, you're going to see the same exact file, but we're going to access to it through a human-readable name. So you don't have to remember any more IPFS gateway URLs or IPFS hashes, okay? So you guys should go test your own decentralized app and first tutorial if you want to take a look at how this works. And one thing I would like to add is we're going to add a list of available gateways. If one of the gateways goes down, we will follow up to another one. And you can also set your own IPFS gateway. So that's pretty cool, you have options.
They showed the UX.
So that's it for mobile. We're going to launch our public beta early next year for Android and iOS. And before you guys ask, it's going to be open source.
Oh, here.